cayuse over the hitch rail and sauntered across the boardwalk to the door of the bank. He pulled a red calico kerchief up across the bridge of his nose and settled the black hat lower on his forehead. Then pulled the trusty hog leg from the ornate Buscadero holster. He stepped into the bank. The man in the teller's cage saw him at once and cowered back fearfully. Black Bart cocked the pistol and said in a firm voice, "Howdy."
I seen your campfire and I thought I'd ride by and see if you had a spare cup of coffee.
Oh, sure, stranger. You just tie your cayuse up and we got plenty of coffee.
Thanks. But he ain't a cayuse.
Well, I mean your bronc.
He ain't a bronc neither.
What is he?
He's a horse.
Well, any fool can see that, but what do you call him?
Well, I call him Chub. What do I call you fellas?
Well, I'm Luke, this here John.
Horse cart rap.
How's that? Thinks he's fast.
No. How was it? Did you like that?
Well, it was a mite dangerous.
From this thing, you're gonna get hurt. You can't get hurt from this old gun.
It wasn't me I was concerned about.
It wasn't you. I mean, I wasn't meaning nothing personal against you. I was just showing off a little.
Go!
Go on, draw. Well, he caught me by surprise.
Sit down, horse.
Yeah.
Make yourself at home. You know, you're the first real outlaw we've met since we left Kansas.
Well, I hate to disappoint you, boys, but I ain't no outlaw.
Well, you gotta be, the way you handle that gun.
No. See, I ain't that fast. Just that old John is that slow.
But that's all right. But your secret is safe with us. I mean, we've read all about people like you in these books. And that's why we came west, to be free.
To go where the wind blows us.
Like the smoke from a lonely cowpuncher's fire.
You fellas looking for work?
Depends.
Well, we've got some harvesting to do. We got some alfalfa, oats, hay.
No, I mean, we left Kansas to get away from that kind of work.
Well, what exactly is it you are looking for?
Something a little more exciting than that.
Say, when do we get to the next town?
It's about a 2-hour ride. That's where I was heading.
We'll stay and eat with us, and we'll ride in together, partner.
Sounds like a good idea. I'll get my grub. If you fellas change your mind, my pa will be in town a couple of days, and that'll be plenty of time to sign on.
Well, we'll think about it.
It went off.
Hello, partner.
You sure you boys don't want to change your mind about that job?
Nope, thank you.
Well, it's been a pleasure riding with you, boys. See you around.
Yeah, good night. Let's go, John.
Stay right where you are, big fella. Get up. You're under arrest.
For what?
For robbing a bank.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
The jail's right down yonder. March.
Oh, Sheriff, this is silly. You ain't gonna put me in no jail. Sheriff, you're making a terrible mistake.
I'm more than likely am.
Well, if you just let me explain, I'm sure we could come to some kind of understanding.
You already have 2 or 3
I
times.
got a feeling you don't believe it.
Scooter, outside.
Sheriff, it's the truth.
Maybe it is and maybe it ain't. But the truth ain't something that somebody tells me. It's something I gotta figure out by myself. Scooter, see who that is.
Sheriff, my brother and our foreman ought to be over at the hotel right now. Go over there and ask them.
I've already sent for 'em. And I got a posse out looking for them 2 partners of yours.
I've told you they ain't my partners.
So you have.
Hurry on now, he's back here.
Hey, brother, how you
Oh,
all right?
Joe.
You all right?
Hi, yeah. Boy, I'm mighty glad to see you. But yeah, I'm fine, except for being locked up in here.
Don't worry, I'll have you out in a minute.
And just how you gonna do that?
Well, look, the whole thing is ridiculous. It's a mistake.
Mr. Bradley says that there's $15,000 missing from his bank, and that ain't no mistake.
The horse didn't take it.
I didn't say he did.
Well, then why do you have him locked up?
Because the other feller's got the money and he got caught. That's why.
Well, why ain't you out chasing the other fellas?
I got a posse out chasing them.
Oh, why aren't you with them?
Look, my job ain't to outrun every crook in the county. It's to outthink them, and I do my best thinking right here.
All right, good. Look, we'll get you a lawyer. Don't worry.
Mr.
Look, I got some
Cartwright, if
questions.
you'll wait
I want some
outside, I'll
questions, right?
talk to you when I get through here. Now, take them out.
We'll be right back, Bob.
You know, I could go a whole lot easier on you if you'd just tell me where them other 2 fellers are.
I don't know where they're at.
Well, you ain't got much time to make up your mind. You know, the circuit judge is in town, and your trial is set for 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. You're going to be on your way to territorial prison by noon.
I still don't know where they're at.
Oh, if you got any ideas of breaking out of this place, I just want you to know that I ain't lost a man in 15 years.
Still don't know where they are.
Honor among thieves. I guess you know that they'd turn you in a minute, don't you? they go?
They wanted a lawyer. I sent them Mr. Blake.
Blake? Well, maybe you better wander on out and keep an eye on them.
Yeah, sure.
Mr. Blake.
I already know most of the facts of the case, Mr. Cartwright. And if I may be frank...
Please, go right ahead.
Your brother doesn't have a chance.
But he's innocent.
Naturally. All crooks are innocent until proven guilty.
Look, Mr. Blake, my brother really is innocent.
Oh, that's too bad.
Why?
Because he's going to prison.
Not if we can prove that he's innocent. That's why we need a lawyer.
You need more than a lawyer, Mr. Kennedy. You need divine intervention. A miracle.
We'll settle for a lawyer.
Sorry, can't help you.
Now, look, Mr. Blake, every man has the right to counsel.
Mr. Cartwright, every dollar I had was in that bank. In all fairness to you and your brother, I could not be objective in representing him. You'll have to excuse me.
At least you're honest.
There's another lawyer down the street, Ray Stahl. Sure, he'll take the case. He needs the money and the experience.
Thank you.
Mr. Cartwright, I also happen to be the county prosecutor and a witness to the crime. For your information, he is guilty. And I intend to prove that.
You sure went to a lot of trouble to say no? A lot of people like to hear themselves talk. Hey, why don't you just sit here and relax? We're just gonna go down the street.
You looking for Ray?
Ray who?
He ain't there.
Who ain't there?
He's gone fishing.
Where?
Well, it might just be better if I went along and showed you the way.
Which way?
This way?
More. He does it. Everything's going to be all right. Leave it off now. He's sure going to hate himself in the morning. You changed your mind yet?
Sheriff, I've told you everything I know.
You know, Hoss, I'm just as smart as some crooks and a whole lot smarter than most of them. And when you lie to me, I figure it's 'cause you think I'm stupid. Now, I take that as an insult.
Sheriff, I'm as honest as most folks, and a little more honest than some. And when you call me a crook, I take that as an insult.
You sure ain't a-helping yourself none. Oh, by the way, the posse got back. Them two friends of yours got plumb away. Why, they're halfway to Mexico by now.
Is that all you can tell me?
It's about all I know.
Scooter? Is that the way it happened?
They, dress it up a little, but that's about right.
Doesn't sound too good.
How will you take the case?
Of course I'll take it, provided I get paid in advance. People who lose are reluctant to pay.
Are you so all-fire sure you're gonna lose?
Not absolutely, but I would like to get paid in advance.
All right. That enough?
For half my fee.
Half, huh? All right, my father will give you the rest before the trial.
Good enough.
Hey. Hey. Hey, you! Vernon, I'm in enough trouble like it is.
That's why I'm here, to get you out of trouble.
And what are partners for if not to help each other?
Oh, so you're partners, huh?
Yeah, that's right, Sheriff.
No, we ain't neither. Now, tell him the truth, Luke.
Now, come on, we ain't got all night. Come on.
All right, Calvin.
Reach!
You know, I figured that you fellas might try to pull something like this, so I just stuck my friend Calvin in the next cell.
Yeah, it's pretty good, Sheriff. It's just like in the book when Black Bart rescues Slim and Red from the Who Scalp in the Wind River country.
What are you so happy about?
Look behind you, Calvin.
I ain't gonna fall for no old trick like that.
It's all right, Calvin. You can fall for it.
Huh?
Put the gun down, Calvin.
Anything you say, Sheriff.
Oh, we got your horse outside, Hoss. John sneaked him out of the livery stable.
Luke, the best thing to do is tell the sheriff the truth. Just tell him.
No, now that ain't the way it's done. Now, come on.
No, I ain't gonna go with you, Luke. I ain't gonna do it. No.
Look, John and me went to a lot of trouble to get you out of jail. And by golly, we're gonna do it. Now, let's go.
So long, Sheriff.
Be seeing you, Hoss.
He got away.
If I didn't know better, I'd think so myself.
Oh, I sure hope you appreciate the trouble you got me into, Sheriff. Martha don't like me being late for supper.
I'll write you a note you can give to her.
That don't do me no good. She don't like me hanging around the jail either. Come on now.
Sheriff? Scooter?
Yeah?
Get the keys and come unlock this door.
What are you doing in there? Where's Horse Cartwright?
His friends come got him out.
Did he get clean away?
Looks like it, don't it?
Aren't you in the least little bit upset?
Not so you notice. Hello, Ray.
Sheriff, we want to see my brother.
Go round me up 4 or 5 men for a posse, will you?
Anybody in particular?
No, just anybody that's up and around this time of night.
All right, we'd like to see my
Give
brother.
me your gun.
Oh, for crying out loud.
And yours, too.
Can we see him now?
This way.
Thanks. Huh? Where is he? He's not here.
Inside.
No, he's not inside.
Well, wait a minute. What's this all about?
We'll tell you all about it when he gets back.
Look, what are you locking us up in here for? We didn't do anything.
He can do this, you know. He just did it.
What are the charges against those two men, Sheriff?
Ray, you know dadgum good and well that I ain't got no charges against them boys. I just want to have them here where I can keep an eye on them.
Then I'll have to file a writ
Well, why don't you do that first thing tomorrow morning?
right after breakfast. Could I talk to Hoss Cartwright now?
No? He escaped. But you can see him tomorrow morning when you serve that writ.
Hey, what's going on? Where's my brother?
He got away, and it's my duty to tell you, Mr. Cartwright, it's not going to help his case any.
Hey, what about us? Can we get out of here?
In the morning. See you then.
Well, what are we gonna do now? Flip a coin. Winner gets the bunk, loser gets a blanket and the floor. Call it. Heads. Good night. Good night.
Sit down, partner. Take a load off your feet.
Let's get a couple of things straight first. First of all, I ain't your partner. And secondly, I'm in a bunch of trouble because of you two.
We rescued you, Hoss. Don't that set it straight?
Not by a long shot. You see, I happen to live here. I gotta stay here. And eventually, I gotta go back in and face them folks.
Why?
Because I ain't a bandit.
Well, neither are we.
What were you doing robbing that bank then?
Trying to get a little money together.
Well, if it's money you wanted, how come you turned down that job I offered you?
Well, the job takes up too much of your time. We kind of want to move around and see the country.
To go where the wind blows.
Like the smoke from a lonely cowpoke's fire. I've heard it.
Well, we'd never get anything seen if we had to work for a living. I mean, holding a job kind of ties you down to one place. So we figured we'd stop in a bank now and then and pick up what we needed.
You've done this often?
No, that was the first time. It sure didn't work out the way we expected it would, did it?
Honestly, partner, we didn't mean to get you in no trouble.
Well, you two are in as much trouble as I am.
They gotta catch us first.
Yeah, we got the whole world to hide in.
Yeah, but you see, I ain't. I live here. Now, if you two really want to do me a favor, you'll go back in and give that money back.
Money? What money?
The $15,000 you stole from the bank.
We didn't get no $15,000. We didn't get 1 cent from that bank.
Sheriff, I run into him just going in the bank.
Sheriff, what in the thunder do you need me for?
I'm getting up a posse. Hoss Cartwright escaped, and we're going to go out and pick him up.
Hoss escaped. Where did he go?
I don't know just yet. I'm working on it.
Well, if you don't mind, I've got a lot of things to do at the bank.
They'll keep.
Sheriff, I am a very busy man.
Look, you ain't got no money over yonder to count, and you might say that this is bank business. Anyhow, I'd kind of like to have you go along.
All right, Sheriff. Where do we go?
Like I say, I'm working on it.
Oh, Calvin, did your wife find you?
No, she looking for me?
Yes. What are we waiting for, Renard?
Running Cloud. Had him waiting outside the jail to trail him just in case.
You don't miss a bet, do you, Sheriff?
Hardly.
Is there any chance he could have lost them?
Running Cloud can trail a stray breeze through a stand of timber. You boys go get the horses.
All right, you heard the sheriff. Come on.
Followed them.
Yes. They're camped over near Whistling Rock.
Can I come too, Sheriff?
You're in enough trouble already.
Yeah, but you got me into it.
All right, I'll tell you what. You stay here and keep an eye on the jail. From here on out, you're an official deputy. Give you $1 a day. That ought to cool her off.
Hey.
Oh, how close did you get to him?
I was from here to there.
Well, why didn't you arrest him?
The running cloud paid to track. Sheriff paid to arrest.
All right, let's go.
So John and me walked into the bank, and we pulled our hog's legs, and we told the man behind the counter to stick them up.
But he didn't.
No, he grabbed a gun from under the counter and started shooting at us.
He wasn't supposed to do that.
He wasn't?
No. In the book, when you draw on a banker, he cowers.
Fearfully.
Yeah, well, I reckon this banker hadn't read the book.
Well, anyway, we didn't want nobody to get hurt, so we ran for it.
And you didn't get a bit of money at all?
No.
Word of honor. Look, I might lie to a stranger, Hoss, but not to a partner.
Well, that banker claims you got $15,000.
Hoss, would we go to the trouble of breaking you out, ride you back here, and then just tell you lies?
And then he lied?
He sold the money.
Just like in the book, crime don't pay.
It's the honest man that gets rich.
Well, we're going to go back in and tell him.
Tell him what?
We're going to tell him that he's the one, that you're innocent.
Well, we're more unsuccessful than we are innocent. We did try to rob the bank.
Luke, this is the only way you can get me out of this mess.
Well, I suppose we could go back and tell them you wasn't in on it, and they might believe us. But then they'd want the money back, and then what would we tell them? And how much of it would they believe?
Well, Dad, burn it, you ought to have thought about that before you started.
Most bankers is honest. How could we know the one we'd picked to rob would be a crook?
I gotta go.
To jail?
Yeah. My trial starts in the morning at 9 o'clock.
No, wait a minute, Hoss.
Hey, fellas.
We can't go. We can't let you go.
What did you fellas do? Did you rescue me or kidnap me?
Huh?
John,
Well,
put that thing away before you hurt yourself.
Good luck, partner.
I'll need it.
ain't nobody afraid of a gun out here.
Maybe we're doing something wrong.
We're doing exactly like it says in the book.
Now, maybe, now just maybe, mind you, the book might be wrong.
Oh, no, that can't be true.
Look, I ain't saying it's true, but it's something to think about.
Sheriff,
Yeah,
we gonna shoot to kill?
not just yet, Scooter.
Well, aren't they desperate men?
Scooter,
Yeah.
shut up. Come on, let's get him. Running cloud. He's always got to figure it out just how far he'll go. Right down to the last inch. Everybody stay right where you are.
Well, they seem to be gone.
You figured that out all by yourself, huh?
Well, what are we going to do now, Sheriff?
Looks like they outsmarted you, Renard.
Yeah. If I didn't know better, I'd think I was dealing with honest men.
We going to track them?
What for? No law that says a crook's got to be stupid.
Anybody that turns crooked has got to be stupid. He just thinks he's smarter than everybody else.
Sheriff? Sheriff,
Yeah?
we going to go after them?
Scooter,
Yes, Sheriff.
will you stop asking questions? All right, then, let's go.
How am I ever going to learn? I don't ask any questions. Who's there?
It's me, Hoss Cartwright. Open up.
Hey, where's the sheriff?
Don't you know?
Yeah, he's saying he went out to get you back.
I didn't wait for him. Hey, what are you two doing in there?
Oh, what are you doing out there?
Oh, I got rescued. Wait a minute, I'll get the key.
No, please. One escaped prisoner in the family is plenty. I see you take his card. It's got your lawyer's name on it. Why don't you get him?
Yeah. You sure you don't want me to get you out of here?
Positive.
Oh, no, we're comfortable.
Hey, Calvin.
Yeah.
Try and get this fella for me, will you?
Oh, sure. Hey, wait a minute. I ain't no errand boy. I'm a deputy sheriff.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll go get him. You look after things here.
Right. Oh, Hoss, don't forget, breakfast is at 8 o'clock sharp. You ain't back, you don't eat.
Thanks. I'm just telling you what they told me. And why would they lie?
For the same reason they'd steal.
But they didn't.
They say they didn't.
Well, I believe them.
Well, I don't believe them, but that's beside the point. Even if I did, how would I prove it?
Well, I don't know. That's sort of up to you. I mean, you're the lawyer.
Then let me figure out what the defense is going to be.
All right. As long as it's based on the truth.
Hoss, I've known Philip Bradley for some years. He's been known to take a drink and turn a card. He's not one of my favorite people. But I can't think of any reason for him to rob his own bank.
I can give you $15,000.
I realize people have a natural distrust of bankers and lawyers, but they also have a healthy distrust of bank robbers, too. And that's what you're accused of being. Now, do you think they're going to take your word against his?
It's worth a try.
Not without proof. Now, run on back to the jail and get a good night's sleep. I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, I'll see you.
Who's there?
Me again. Let me in. Well, you're more concerned about somebody getting in or out of this jail.
A little bit of both.
the lawyer say?
Well, he says I'm in a lot of trouble.
How long did it take him to figure that out? Did he have any ideas?
No. He didn't seem to be too concerned about it neither.
That's because he already got half his pay.
Hi, Sheriff.
How'd you catch him?
Well, I was sitting out there on guard, see? All of a sudden I hear this noise. So I figured maybe it's somebody to come to spring these two guys. So I pull my gun, see? Well, I get up. Well, I started going towards the door, and I hear this sound again, and, I got my gun ready. No, heck, I didn't really catch him, Sheriff. He come walking in like he owned the place, and I was 3 months behind in my rent.
Don't feel bad about it, Calvin. It's a pretty good story.
Want to hear the rest of it?
Not just now, Calvin. I'm gonna let you boys out. Lack of evidence. But don't go too far.
We'll be here for a while. Thanks a lot. Oh, don't worry about a thing.
We'll be around. See you again.
You know, Hoss, I pride myself in my wily ways. There ain't a whole lot of people that can put anything over on me. But you surprise me.
Well, maybe it's because I'm telling you the truth, Sheriff.
I'm beginning to believe you. But there's going to be a lot of people there tomorrow that you're going to have to convince that ain't near as smart as I am.
Well, you do me one favor, Sheriff, will you?
What's that?
No matter what happens in that courtroom tomorrow, you keep an open mind, will you?
I pride myself in that, too. See you, Hoss.
Good night, Sheriff.
Right, when it's all over, Cal, you might just as well go on home.
Sheriff, do you mind if I bed down in that empty cell back there tonight? I can't stand the thought of facing that woman.
Come in.
Calvin?
Sheriff, that's her. Please don't open my door.
Calm down, Calvin. It can't be as bad as all that.
Calvin? Good evening, Sheriff. You better come home now, Cal. Your supper's getting cold.
Yes.
Good night, Sheriff.
Good night, Miss Glidden. Boy, she's a holy terror. A regular she grizzly bear, ain't she?
All here yet?
Not yet. Don't worry.
Think about what I told you?
Yes, but I don't think I can use it. There's no proof.
But it's the truth.
Hoss, this is a court, and the court wants to hear evidence. And evidence consists of those facts which we can prove. Now, the truth without proof is not considered evidence.
How are you going to get justice if you don't have the truth?
We use the law. It's an acceptable substitute.
Yeah. Well, if I have to depend on the law and the law only, I'm as well as on that 2 o'clock train to the Territory Penitentiary right now.
Court's in session. Sit down and shut up. All right, you heard the judge.
Scooter.
You 12 men, sit over there. You're the jury.
Judge? I don't think I should be on the jury.
I call the defendant again?
The defendant's brother.
You're excused. What's your problem?
I work for the Cartwrights.
don't you know better than come charging in when the court's in session?
Yes, sir, I do, but it's important that I be here.
Oh, it's important that you be here, is it? Well, then you just have a seat over in the jury box where you have to see and hear everything that goes on.
Just do like the judge.
My name is Ben Cartwright. My son is on trial here.
Why didn't you tell me?
I've never seen him before, neither.
Well, have a seat there in the front row, Mr. Cartwright, and be quiet. We'll pick 2 more men for the jury, and let's get on with this thing.
Let me see you. What's going on? Oh, boy. I don't even want to talk about it.
Mr. Cartwright, sit down. Call your first witness.
Very well. Like to call Sheriff Renard.
Swear to tell the truth?
Yes, sir.
Well, then sit down.
Sheriff, I'd like you to tell this court, in your own words, exactly what happened.
Well,
Which way we going, Luke? North, Wind River country.
Wind River country. That sure sings, don't it? You could almost dance to it. Wonder what it looks like.
Well, one place is pretty much like another.
That don't sound like you, Luke. We're free. We're free to go where the wind blows us. Got everything we need. Got a gun, got a good bronc.
Now, this ain't a bronc. Just an old plow horse I rode out here from Kansas. I'm just wishing it ain't gonna change him a bit, and it ain't gonna change us either.
What's the matter? You thinking about a horse?
Well, it just ain't right for a man to ride off and leave his partner in the lurch.
No, it ain't. Luke, what the heck is a lurch?
Well, I don't really know. But whatever it is, Hoss is in it, and we gotta get him out.
Again?
the 3 of them pulled up across the street, and the defendant here stayed with the horses while the other 2 went into the bank. As soon as the shooting started, why, they come running out and got on their horses and rode out of town. And Hoss Cartwright here fell off his horse, and we caught him.
Thank you, Sheriff. You a witness?
No questions.
No questions.
Did he lie?
Mr. Philip Bradley.
Because I was with him, don't mean that long.
Continue, Mr. Bradley.
Well, after they got their hands on the money, they kind of forgot about me. I got the pistol out of the open safe and started shooting at them. That's when they fled. Because they got away, but the sheriff and I captured their Confederate there.
You a witness?
No questions.
Did you have money in that bank, too?
All I had in the world.
That completes the case for the prosecution, Your Honor.
Is the defense ready? I would like to confer with my client for a moment. All right, but don't take too long. Now, look, Hoss. Our only hope is to put you on the stand. The only defense we've got is your story about those 2 boys being strangers to you.
Well, I've already told them that, and they don't believe it.
But when you tell it up there, see if you can cry a little. There's something kind of sincere about a man who cries.
I'd rather yell.
Mr. Stahl, his train is due at 2. It always runs a little late, Your Honor.
Your Honor, if you and this court's dead set on railroading me, the least you can do is make my train on time. I'm getting sick and tired of it. your pardon and the court's pardon for that outburst of temper. And I respectfully request permission to carry on the defense of my case from this point forward.
Mr. Cartwright, anyone who represents himself has a fool for a client.
Yes, sir. May I? Thank you. I call Mr. Luke Baldwin to the witness stand.
Those are the other two, Jack!
Mr. Bradley, quiet! 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 Mr. Bradley, will you sit down? Quiet! Quiet!
Get over and sit down.
You swear to tell the truth?
Sure. What do you think I am?
That's what we're here to find out.
Now, Luke.
How can I help you, partner?
Luke, did you steal any money at all out of that bank?
No, not one red cent.
You're a witness.
Mr. Baldwin, did you rob that bank?
No.
But you did go into the bank.
Yeah, I did that all right.
Then what did you do in the bank?
Your Honor, I object to that.
Why?
Well, he's already said he didn't rob the bank. Now, whatever else he did in the bank is no importance to this case.
Sustained.
No more questions.
Now, Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to call John Carter.
John Carter!
Now, John, did you steal any money out of that bank?
No.
You're a witness, Mr. Blake.
You robbed that bank, didn't you?
No, sir.
You did.
No, sir, I didn't.
Didn't? Did.
Mr. Blake, that will be about enough of that.
No more questions. Didn't.
Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to call the sheriff back to the witness stand now. Sheriff, after your close observation and extensive investigation, can you say without any question or shadow of a doubt that that bank was absolutely for a fact robbed?
You know, I figured you was going to ask me that question.
Object?
Sustained. That's already been established.
Excuse me, Your Honor. As long as he put it like that, why, I mean, well, it looks like the bank was robbed, but, well, I wouldn't feel that I was doing my duty unless I answered that question.
I will allow the question.
All right. Now, Sheriff, can you say for an absolute fact that the bank was robbed?
No, sir, not for an absolute fact, I can't.
Your Honor.
Overruled, sit down.
Your Honor, will you give the sheriff a search warrant for the bank?
Well, I don't think that'll be necessary. I'm sure Mr. Bradley won't object. Where is Bradley?
I seen him go out the door just a minute ago.
Well, how come you didn't stop him?
Why? He ain't a-going no place.
I'll give you a search warrant, Sheriff.
I don't need a search warrant. Boss, you stay here, you and Luke and John. Where'd he go?
He went into the bank.
Why didn't you go after him?
He had a gun.
Right down to the last penny.
Sheriff.
Why don't you fellas go back inside?
All right. Now, you two, go around to the back door of the bank.
Right.
What are you doing, Mr. Cartwright?
Helping.
The bank ain't got no back door. Hey, Phil! Phil!
Phil!
Mr. Cartwright. Hey, Phil! It's your old friend Sheriff. The way he's carrying on, you'd think we was trying to rob the bank. Oh, come on, Phil. If you value our friendship, you'll cut that foolishness out right now. Hate to have to do it this way.
Sheriff, mind if I try?
Go ahead. Be careful.
Hey, Bradley. Why don't you throw your gun out and come on out yourself?
I don't want to go to jail.
Would you rather hang? That's what's going to happen if somebody gets killed.
I don't want to go to jail.
Well, nobody wants to go, but it sure beats the heck out of hanging.
You want to give it to me, Phil?
Can I just carry it as far as the jail?
Why not?
You tell the judge, will you?
Yeah. Be glad to.
Boys, I don't know how to thank you for coming in here and doing what you did. It took a lot of guts.
Yeah, it cost. What are Pardners for?
Just one more favor I want to ask of you. Go over there and tell the judge the whole truth.
Well, we already done the hard part. You see, Judge, we really didn't rob the bank, but we did try.
Well, there's a law against that, too.
Yes, sir.
Well, are you confessing to attempted bank robbery?
Yes, sir.
Since you plead guilty and don't have a job, I'll have to send you to jail.
Well, Your Honor?
Yes, Mr. Cartwright.
Your Honor, they do have a job, sir. Working at my ranch.
Well, in that case, I could suspend sentence.
How long would the sentence be?
10 years.
Mr. Cartwright, you got yourself a couple of hands.
But if ever I see you two in my courtroom again...
Yes, no, sir. No.
Now get out of my sight. Court dismissed.